right, that's Sexy Love, the song. And speaking of somebody who has her fair share of experiences with some sexy love, Miss Kendra Wilkinson on the phone. Good morning, Kendra.
That was so funny. That was a good way of introducing me.
Yeah, and well, it fit right in. We came out of Sexy Love, and I was like, oh yeah, you've kind of been known for some sexy and some love.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it worked. And what was I going to say right off the bat here? Can you believe, I just have to share something personal with you. We just had this happen on the show. I'm sitting here doing a radio show with a guy that's supposed to get my back. He's my producer, Niles, as our other interview called him. But he's sitting here next to me. I walk out of our studio for a second to talk to our general manager, and she, in front of like 6 other people, blasts me, and she's like, "Do you have a hickey?" And I did, it turns out. But can you believe that this guy that sits here and is supposed to have my back goes through like 2 hours of a show without telling me that I have a hickey?
You don't know you have a hickey.
Well, I didn't. I still haven't seen it in a mirror yet. I haven't got a chance to run to the bathroom, so I don't know what it is.
Wait, where is the hickey?
Here's the thing.
It's right next to my genitals.
No, it's not. Yeah, that's why I don't notice it. No, I'm sitting all the way on the other side of the studio. It's on the side of his face, like on his like jawbone, like on the other side of his face where I couldn't even see it, and it's so light, it's not even a hickey.
That's the thing. I date an orangutan, and she just likes to suck on weird parts of my face, so...
What?
I just wanted to get that out there, that I thought, you would even know that that's bad form, that as a friend you should tell your friend.
I was about to say, you know what I'm saying, like, I was like, where, if you don't see it, that'd be pretty awkward if it was on the back of your neck. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would be weird. It would be I've never really been a fan of hickeys at all, but now I kind of want one on the back of my neck, just because that seems like kind of like a cool thuggish thing to do.
Then why would she be back there?
Exactly, yeah. That's all we do, is we do only like back neck sort of things.
Yeah, that would kind of say something.
Exactly. Well, let's talk. Your show is fascinating to me. This is insane. You are doing Celebrity Wife Swap, which immediately to me was like an interesting show, because I thought it was like actual wife swapping, and like I thought celebrities were going to be having sex with other people's spouses.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I thought it was like, wow, Kate Gosselin's in for a treat.
Yeah, that's kind of what we did.
But yeah, you switch, and so not only do you switch families for a week, you switch with Kate Gosselin. Like who drew straws in this game, and how did you get shafted? Like, that's the only thing worse would be switching lives with the Octomom. Like,
I think I agree. I mean, it was. I signed up for this thinking, I'm going to take probably one kid. That's fine. I could do this for a week.
Yeah.
Then when I get to Pennsylvania and I find out that it's them, it's Kate Gosselin plus 8. Yeah. A red flag. It was pretty. It was. I had to get a game plan in my head right away. I mean, because I was literally. They threw me. I mean, I was thrown in the deep end right away because for show they're like, here, go, do survive on your own. I'm like, what? What do I do? I had to figure out where all of her. Everything was. I mean, it's not just like swapping lives. You have to really live in the person's shoes and really know where the cups are, the dishes are, you need to learn that other person's lifestyle and everything about it, you know?
Did they have your back enough that they would take care of things, or was there ever a moment when you were filming and you thought, like, I might actually kill a kid?
The kids themselves are very, they're by the book. So I didn't have that much to worry about with survival, with, the whole eating and cleaning and all that, because these kids are literally, they live their lives by the book, and it's like they have a little alarm clocks in their heads when, 5:35, brush their teeth, 5:38, be upstairs, 5:50, you have to read a book, it's like every minute is implanted in their brains. So it's like but I had to win them over emotionally, because they did not, when I came in and I was like, hey, I'm going to be your mom for a week, they looked at me like I was the devil, and it was over. And that whole side of TV that I was doing it for was over. I had to really, really win them over in real life. Really.
Man, were you worried at all about leaving Hank with Kate Gosselin? Did you,
Not at all. Not at all. I never believe any little thing that people say. I take note, but I'll never believe it. Do you know what I'm saying? And thank God I didn't, because she's, we're both in the same boat when it comes to that. We both live in the limelight. We both have different out-of-the-box stories to tell about our lives. But with the whole country judging us and what they would do, what we're doing wrong, blah, blah, blah. But, I thought for myself, she's a great, she has her own rules of life. I have my own rules of life, but I wasn't afraid of it though.
Okay.
They did have drama on their side of things. They did, my husband and Kate did have drama, but I wasn't worried about it.
You weren't worried that, like, for even a second, that maybe she was gonna fall, like Hank was gonna fall for her and be like, this is kind of my type of gal and this is what I want, and just ditch you for Kate Gosselin?
I wasn't too worried about that. I give my husband what he needs.
Good. That's a very nice. And no, it's interesting because you just kind of are sexualized naturally just because of the beginning with the Playboy stuff. So I was even a little excited when you said, thank you for taking me early. I was like, oh, like that. Even just little things.
Yeah.
Like, when you say anything.
Yeah, that was supposed to be sexy, actually.
Oh, good. Well, because that's how I took it. You were like, "Thank you for taking me early," and I'm like, "Oh, good. I'll do it whenever you want." Somebody on our text line wants to know about what you think about Hugh Hefner's marriage and how much money do you think Crystal will get when he dies?
Of course, I don't really look at that because Hef is. He's one of my best friends. That's the only person I keep in touch with through that whole situation. But, of course there's a lot of gossip about that stuff. Nobody really officially knows. No one. Not one soul knows about that, except for them.
Really? Like, he has the ability to keep stuff that private where he's just like, if he wants to keep it private, it stays private?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much, no one knows that situation except for her and him. And should she? In my opinion, no. But, if he thinks so and he believes that she deserves it, then sure. I mean, I support him,
Good. That's cool. I love that you have such a positive, and in situations like that, a lot of times people can just totally turn around and become jerks or, really resentful or just start talking a lot of crap.
I mean, the media, the media's the media. They'll spin things, whatever. I don't even know her to begin with. Like, I got pissed off when he hurt him, I got pissed off when she hurt him, and that's what pisses me off. And he can't go around thinking that people are just going to automatically love her, especially after that. You know, that pissed everybody off. That she would just leave him and dump him and use him and abuse him.
Yeah, and talk about it. I mean, we actually booked her. She was so what she did was she breaks up with him and then immediately schedules a bunch of interview tours to promote her new single. It's like she totally used him.
I know, and nobody, of course, someone like me, like, I wanted to kill her,
Yeah.
And so he was, so now he's trying to get people to love her again, and it takes. I'm like, whatever, sure.
Yeah.
If that's what you feel, then we support you.
It's what, yeah, I know the feeling where it's like, yeah, your friend's dating somebody you don't think is good for him, but it's like, if this is what you choose to do, like, I got your back, I still love you,
and I went over to his house. I went over to the mansion last week, and because I really wanted to see him, and it was just me and him, and I looked him in his eyes, and I said, Hef, are you happy? And he's like, oh, am I, Kendra? I've never been this happy, and I want you to tell everybody that. I'm like, okay. So
you're like, I will.
Him.
You're spreading the word. You told him you would. So now officially we hear from Kendra Wilkinson that Hef is happy. We have his word. I like it.
Yes.
I was watching the Academy Awards last night, and there was a commercial in it with you. Are you doing like a dating show with Louis Anderson or something?
A dating show.
I just really want to see you and Louis Anderson together. He's been here in the studio before, and he's a fun physical person. Like, physically, he's
the coolest guy. He's the coolest guy, man. He's so funny. No, we're doing a show called Splash, and it's a celebrity high dive show. Like in the water dive, and
Here's the thing. It sounds so dumb, but then it sounds hilarious at the same time.
See, you know what's funny about that is people think that we're us celebrities that are in the show don't think of what you guys think about. So we know that we know as celebrities that we're going into a very D-list type of situation show, but we're not going into it like that. We're going into it because this is a true journey that we all want to live through. And we know that the world is criticizing us about how stupid the show sounds, but as people, we're going in it, trying to get over a fear or trying to get over and accomplish something, and you're just there to watch it, and but we know what people are saying. We know that.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. A lot of times with those shows, you're just like, oh my gosh, that looks so stupid. What's cool on this show is it's like it looks so stupid but funny.
But I have to give it to ABC, though. As dumb as this whole diving show sounds, being in it is actually one of the best productions I've been a part of because of the stories. Like, the stories, you couldn't get better stories. Like, Louis being so big, and you would think that he wouldn't do well because he's so big, is actually accomplishing more than anybody,
He loves to swim.
And then you have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and you think, oh, he has problems with his back, which I thought, and he's the one doing backflips and all that crap. And here we have me, probably the most athletic person on the squad, that ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I can't imagine Louis. Louis, when he was in our studio, he said, like, I like to swim. I swim for exercise every day. And I was just thinking, like, you're not swimming enough, Louis. Like, whatever you're doing, I don't think that's swimming. I think that might be sitting in a hot tub eating Doritos. That doesn't count as swimming.
For him, I think this might be a lifestyle change for him. When you have opportunities like this in your life, you only get so many opportunities. You only get so many doors in front of you to open up and go walk into. And this is one for him. And I think, I keep telling him, like, this is your chance. This is your chance. This is one of your opportunities that you need to grab onto, and you need to do. You need to change your life. And he wants to so bad.
That's cool. That's good to hear. That somebody on our text line wants to know if you've hung out with Holly Madison lately since she's been pregnant.
No, I haven't. I haven't seen them, and I haven't talked or seen them in years. Like, it's.
I love how it's just so honest. You're like, no, we moved on. Yeah, done.
It's like high school. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it like that. I mean, there's a lot of people in my high school that I grew up with that I don't talk to anymore. And, I lived with 3 girls. I dated the same man. And, it's kind of like, it's different. That's a different situation. So I've moved on,
Exactly. Well, I totally get that too. It's like, when you explain it that way, it's like, no, we had a show together and stuff, and that's over, and now I've got a kid and a husband and a life and all these projects.
I have a whole different life. I have my own friends, my own life, my own family, my own everything. They have their own thing. And it's just,
Yeah, exactly. What else is going on in life? Anything exciting coming up after Celebrity Wife Swap, which is going to be hilarious tomorrow night on ABC, and then also the diving show. Anything else in the future?
Of course. I have like millions. I have my own show, Kendra on Top, that we're starting to shoot, that airs in about May. It airs in about May on WeTV. And I also have my own line called Love Candy that I'm going to be about to do a huge tour with. And it's a whole adult-friendly, items and fun stuff. So I'm going to do a lot of things with that.
Excellent. Well, I love to hear that you're doing so well, just because I love, I interview a lot of people, and we've talked to you before. You're always so fun. You're so honest. You're so down to earth. You're so real. It's so fun to talk to you. So hopefully people will support your shows and check out Celebrity Wife Swap.
Thank you. Thank you. And, I appreciate, like, the fact that I'm still here just shows me that, like, some people out there love me, and I really, really, really appreciate that. If I could hug you and shake your hand and thank you in person, I never thought I would be here today, and it's like not even a dream come true because it was never a dream, but I'm living the impossible.
Yeah.
And I just thank everybody for keeping me here.
If you want to do any of that to me in person, feel free. But just so you know that. But check Kendra out on Celebrity Wife Swap, ABC tomorrow night, and then on the diving show. What's the diving show called?
It's called Splash.
Splash. Check her out on Splash as well. Plus the tour, plus Kendra on top, all of it. The lovely and so fun to talk to Miss Kendra Wilkinson. Thank you so much for taking time. Tell Hank and Lil Hank hi for us, and have a great one. Thanks, Kendra.
I will. Thank you so much.
Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.